going to do one problem two different ways. The first problem we're going to do, I want to do the left-hand side, and I'm going to put the exact same problem up there, and I'm going to do the right-hand side, just so you can see that it really, you know, you try to pick the side that looks the most complicated, but for everyone, what's complicated to you may not be the same to you. So you should be okay picking whatever side as long as you follow the right steps. We're going to have more fractions today. Remember, with fractions, you do not have to have a common denominator to multiply or divide. You do have to have a common denominator to add or subtract. You can split a fraction if it has the same denominator. Like if you have 2 plus y all over 3. That could be 2/3 plus y over 3. So you can split fractions, okay? So those are, your fraction rules still work. Alright, so let's look at the first one. Alright, so remember, we're going to do the same problem two ways, okay? Secant x plus sine x equals 1 plus sine x cosine x all over cosine of x. So which side, if you had to pick a more complicated side to work with, which side would you pick? Left side? Left side? See how I can change that right-handed side in 2 steps. I would go with that right side just like that. But okay, we're going to do left side first. Alright, so remember you pick the most complicated side. What do you do next? You try to change it all to what? Sine or cosine. Okay, so secant is the reciprocal of sine. No, it's not. Just kidding. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine. So that's going to be 1 over cosine of x plus sine of x. Now I have this fraction. I can add them together if I get a common denominator. I'm going to multiply this times cosine of x over cosine of x. So I have 1 cosine of x plus sine x cosine x over cosine of x. Or there we go. Did it. Okay. Same problem. The easy way. The right way. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Except some people are still writing this one. Some people. Alright, let's do the exact same problem. And now let's split up this fraction over here. Okay. So now I'm going to rewrite this as 1 over cosine of x plus sine x cosine x over cosine of x. See how you can split that up? If you give that denominator to both things, you can split it up. And 1 over cosine is the same thing as secant. And these little puppies cancel out. There you go. Whatever path you need to take it. That's fine. As long as it follows the actual properties and you show every step. So remember, your work is your answer. What's your answer? Your work. Your work is your answer.
I don't know where I have all those things written down, but I can't find them. It's really stupid.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at our three special identities. These are the Pythagorean identities. Do you remember these? For those of you who may have lost them, the Pythagorean identities, you've got sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1.
I remember writing these.
Tangent squared x plus 1 equals secant squared x. And cotangent squared x plus 1 equals right? Alright, I think definitely the left-handed side is going to be the one to work with. The right-hand side is pretty easy. I'm going to start off by changing everything to sine and cosine. So that's the first thing. And then what's going to happen right here? Cosines are canceling. I'm left with 1 minus sine squared x. Okay, if you look back at this, right here, what does 1 minus sine squared x equal? So, 1 minus sine squared x equals cosine squared x. You did it. Check it out. Special identity. Alright. Let's do one more of these, and then I'll let you start working on your own identities in here with partners so you can bounce stuff off of each other. Alright, so looking at this one, there's not really, when you just look at it, it's hard to tell which side's the more difficult one. I would say, my advice to you would be to start with the side that has subtraction. It's a lot easier to come up with multiplication because all of these are reciprocals and we flip and multiply and do all this stuff than it is to somehow come up with subtraction. So let's start with this side and see what we can do. So the first thing we want to do is what? What's the first? Well, I don't even have a denominator. Right, write it as sine and cosine. goal. Remember what you're trying to get to. You're trying to get to this over here. Because some people, like, will undo what they've just done. They'll look at this and they'll go, oh, if I split this up, I can cancel that out. No, you just put it together. If you split this up, you're going to be right back up there, which is not what you want. Keep your goal in mind. This is your target. This is where you're trying to get, okay? But we do know what sine squared x minus 1 is. What is it? Close. Let's go back. It's negative. Right. Because see, this is 1 minus sine squared. So if I want sine squared minus 1, I have to change the sign of everything. Okay? So it's going to be, where did it go? There it is. It's going to be negative cosine squared x over sine x. It is the same as the other side. After I'm going to split it up. I've got 2 cosines and only 1 sine. So I'm going to rewrite this. A negative cosine x over sine x times that other cosine of x. What is cosine over sine? Cotangent. So I have a negative cotangent of x cosine x. Boom. Mic drop. Same steps still apply. Look for the easiest side for you to do. It's the more complicated side, but this side for you to do. Change everything to sine and cosine. Remember your goal. Remember what you're trying to get to.